Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Salty Sweet Games, where we shenanigan, sob, and smooch our way through tabletop role-playing games. I am one of your hosts, Salty,
And I'm Sweet.
and these various assorted spices are our friends. Hi, hello, hi. It's been a while. It's been like so long. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, our long-running pulp action meets eldritch cosmic horror campaign. Hi. Before we go around and meet everyone and their characters, we have some announcements. Let's just... What? Oh, what is this? What is this? Does anyone know what this is? Raise your hand if you know what this is. Summer, what is this?
It's an award.
It's an award. This is an award. Y'all, guess what? Missing Annie Lee won 2 awards at the Audioverse Awards for myself and Summer for player direction of a new production, and for Kienna, best player in a new production, for their role as a Rowan. So if you haven't listened to Missing Annie Lee, you can listen to it anywhere podcasts can be listened to.
It's an award-winning show.
It's an award-winning show, so you should check it out.
I should start including that in the descriptions. Maybe I should go back and update all the descriptions for Missing Annie Lee.
I think you should. That's my personal opinion, because it does not affect any thing I have to do. It's, you have to do the work, so I don't. So I think you should do it. Is what I'm saying.
I'd love to.
So that was excited. We're very grateful and happy. So that's the big thing. Secondly, we have a ton of thanks to our sponsor, starting with Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. Now look what I did to the overlay. I added a little thing. We're now called ambassadors. We are Roll20 ambassadors. Hello, hi, yes. I don't know that changes anything, but I'll tell you exciting things going on at Roll20. We did a bunch of D&D 5e compendium updates. I made many tokens for many of the games, like Curse of Strahd, my personal favorite. I made like all new tokens. There's like an art pack. I even made tokens out of the Taroka deck figures because I see you. I see you and I know you want those. You don't know why, but you want them. So they're there now. You're welcome. There's the Marvel playtest thing that's out. That's new, shiny, exciting. And Roll20's 10th anniversary is coming up, and there's going to be a very exciting game played that shall be broadcast in the very near future. Exciting times. I think I nailed that. Wow. Incredible. Also, thank you to our sponsors, Dice Envy and Grinding Coffee Go. If you like your shiny math rocks, if you like your bean water energy, these are 2 awesome companies where you can get those things from. Thank you to everyone who has subbed, gifted subs, followed, chat, lurked, liked, commented, all those things. We're getting back into it. I'm getting on my wave. Yes, I know this by heart. I've been doing it for 2 years. So I should know this by heart, you'd think. If you would like to support us further, there are tip incentives listed down below that can seriously impact the game using bits or Streamlabs tip jar. Click on the panel image, affect the game, or type !tip in chat. It'll take you where you need to go. Basically anything that comes in helps keep the lights on here and helps compensate our cast. And they sometimes need that help. Rerolls, eldritch gifts, things like that to survive. Last thing, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X, N, and O cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings because while the characters may be put through hell or attacked by a cat demon, the players are here to have fun, and they are our priority always. So without further ado, let's talk to them. Starting with Kienna. Hi, Kienna.
Hello, I'm Kienna. I'm the sweet Kienna. My pronouns are she and they, but today I am playing Irene Blackwell, whose pronouns are she and her. Right now she's just got a bunch of notes about what's been going on in Egypt. Might just be like, hey, what's up, new friend that we have? Can you tell us more information? Definitely not concerned about the demon deal that went down.
You don't know
No
about it.
biggie.
I don't know why you'd
Yeah,
be
I don't.
concerned.
No reason.
No reason.
Worry.
No reason.
Chill vibes.
Chill vibes. Wonderful. Alison? You're muted, you beautiful.
I'm muted
woman.
everywhere. I've muted every possible mute on this system.
I give her one piece of feedback. No, it's just everything's muted now. Forever.
We're locked down
Yeah.
for good. Hey, everybody, it's Allison. I play Ganymede Graves, adventure scientist, formerly the archetypical woman of the age of rationality and progress, now she who surrenders herself to the madness to fight the madness. And I don't know, I really kind of hope I get to meet this cat devil that my little brother in game more or less made a deal with just now. I just want to say hi. It feels like the kind and familial thing to do, you know?
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're excited. Summer.
Allie, if it makes you feel any better, you basically have met them because they were living in Charlie for some time. So
Right.
you're well acquainted.
Yeah,
but,
I have words for them about that too.
It's a fun time. Hi, I'm Summer. I play Ava Cowles, and we both use she, her pronouns. She's a little bit psychic. She's got some telekinesis going on, but that's barely relevant basically ever. So don't worry about it. I'm sure it won't come up. And I feel great about everything happening because I don't know anything that's happening. And when I find out, I might have different opinions.
Perfect. And last but not least, Tommy.
Hello. Oh man. Oh boy. Hi. I'm made to deal with the demon. With the demon. God-fearing Zebulon Augustine Claiborne Montgomery III. We both use he, him, has made a deal with a demon. Which is yeah, that happened. And I'm really nervous and excited to find and scared to find out how that goes. That's not concerning at all, Lauren.
No. It's gonna go real good. Okay. If you're joining us for the first time or the first time in a long time, this motley crew is trying to stop an apocalyptic event from occurring. Their journey started when their good friend Jackson Elias was murdered for investigating the infamous Carlisle expedition, the members of which were all formerly presumed dead. Since then, they've uncovered a global conspiracy involving various death cults who all worship different aspects of the same eldritch god. Many names, many forms, but all the same end to one end. This has taken them from Peru to New York to England to Shanghai, Australia, and now to Egypt. The cults were working together to build a machine to tear open the sky, but our heroes stopped that part of the plan. But it ain't that easy. The cults in Africa and perhaps elsewhere are still thriving and preparing for a great ritual on January 14th, 1926. A mere 127 days from Wednesday, September 9th, 1925, 9 days before the new moon. Last time, though it took hours, the investigators broke through the barrier Carl Stanford trapped them in and reunited with Ava and Mahmoud. The artifact guarded there was long gone, but Irene did note down the hieroglyphs in the chamber. The next day, they visited the real Ahmed, comatose after the attack on the mosque. The group tracked down the archaeologist Van Heuvelin He was excited about a discovery he'd made after being fired from the Clive expedition. Irene noticed disturbed earth and a suspicious-looking stain in his room. So, while Ava and Ganymede distracted Van Hoyvelen over drinks, Zeb made an excuse to go back to the room and search. He found the scrolls Van Hoyvelen apparently stole from a temple nearby, and was confronted by an old frenemy. Woo! The demon. And a new host, since Charles has been indisposed. The host, Neris, is a priestess of Bast, whom Van Hoyvelen mortally injured after being told to return his discovery. Zeb, in like a real good move, made a deal with Neris. He'd give her the scrolls half now, half later, in exchange for her leading them to Charles. And she agreed. For like old time's sake, I guess. We'll see. So, the ladies headed back to Van Hoyvelen's place. The archaeologist is well and truly in his cups. As you kind of navigate back, all of you noticing the watching felines in the streets and even on the rooftops now. So, yeah, he's kind of still talking about the Clive expedition that he was part of. And, you know, there's also James Gardner, he insists there's some kind of secret tunnel network beneath the pyramids at Giza. Nonsense, but he's all right. He's an all right chap. And he's kind of looking around.
Nonsense. Why exactly, Doctor? Seems possible, at least.
You are so funny. It's so good. And he puts an arm around you and probably Ava. So nice to have to be amongst people of my profession again.
Yes, I could not agree more. It's been such a pleasure to spend the evening with you.
And he goes on. That is probably the most significant thing he says, but he has to spend most of the rest of his energy, figuring out how to get back. You're deep within the old city, and it is night. When you arrive, kind of noisily making your way through the front half of the building, which seems to be, if you recall, a tailor shop, into this back room. Zeb, where are you? The last time we saw you and Neris were shaking hands, and she was examining your fingernails.
Well, hopefully, Zeb's plan was to retrieve the scrolls as soon as Neris wasn't there.
As soon as Neris wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hanging out. Good. So that's where we're gonna find you. So as you're heading in, Van Hoyvelen saying, if there's anything else I can help you charming ladies with, and that's when you see he kind of like, moves the curtain aside, and you see Zebulon and a woman, an Egyptian woman, very kind of modern flapper style hair, holding hands, kind of.
In
Van Hoyvelen's room.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ava just is like, oh. Doesn't know what else to say.
Yeah, Van Hoyvelen kind of like staggers back a bit. It's dark in there at this point, so it's hard to make out
That's
face.
hardly better.
Yeah.
Zeb sees you all come and is like, well, I found my camera. And then I got a little waylaid here, having a conversation with this lovely lady here.
She turns to all of you. None of you recognize her, but she smiles.
An old acquaintance, one might say.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. And Ava will put out her hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She shakes, I think, as Van Hoyvelen kind of is like confused, kind of muttering to himself, like, why does this American have a girl in my room? But is like starting to kind of lights. She takes your hand, Ava. It's so nice to see you again.
Ava just will kind of give her like a look that's like, eh?
Behind Darius, I think Zeb's trying to make like
Ava didn't know about
Fuck all
Charlie's
the
demon.
Ava.
This is to everyone else.
Oh, yeah. Ava knows nothing. So she just gives that kind of look that's like, oh, maybe we've run into each other. Like, did we meet briefly somewhere and eat? I'm confused.
Yeah.
But she's not going to be impolite.
Yeah.
And so she'll just be like, she'll just kind of smile and nod a little bit.
Her gaze passes over to Ganymede. Ganymede. And she's still smiling.
Ganymede has kind of been in the back a little bit, and I think she's got it down to this point that maybe only, I guess Zeb is the only one who's looking at her other than this stranger to me. And Zeb, you can probably see her lips, Ganymede's lips, just barely moving as she's preparing.
Oh my God.
Just in case. I mean, she has no idea what's going on here, right?
But it's obviously
makes
very
perfect.
cozy and fine and chill.
And it takes her a moment to register that she's been addressed, and she just sort of absentmindedly nods at it.
Yeah, and I think you definitely recognize the gold shade in her eyes. But she's still smiling, and then she turns to Irene, and the smile drops. Irene. And quickly turns away from you.
Irene, like, I think for like a second, like, put her hand out as if, expecting to do the polite thing, and then realizes that's not happening, and like just awkwardly places it back. Like,
So Van Hoyvelen has finally finished, lighting the room up, and he turns, would you introduce me to your friend?
Yeah, he was also super drunk the last time he met this person. So
Yeah. She's gonna turn around. If nobody else has a reason to interfere, but she's going to turn around and give him another beautiful, wide smile. And you see, like, he's holding his hand out, and she, like, takes his hand and kind of, like, you see her long nails, kind of, like, pets it. And you see him turn completely white, like, all the ruddiness in his cheeks fades. And he says, and he kind of, like, blinks. Suddenly I'm not feeling so well. I think I need to lie down. If, there's anything else, was there anything else? I really must rest. A big day tomorrow.
oh yes, of course. If you don't mind, you seem quite familiar with hieroglyphs.
A bit from my work with Miss Sprecht.
Right. Well, I actually came across a very interesting relief while we were walking around, and I was wondering if perhaps you would know what it would say. I have no knowledge of it. And she's gonna kind of like pull out her notebook
Mm-hmm.
with the copied hieroglyphics,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll kind of position herself, like she'll get closer to him and kind of
Mhm.
position herself between him and Neris as like a,
Mhm.
this is clearly making him uncomfortable, and I'd prefer to stay on his good side right now.
Yeah. She's gonna sidle up behind you and kind of like place an arm around one of your shoulders and her chin on the other shoulder.
Oh, God.
And he kind of like looks up. You know, it's just a bit crowded in here. It's a small room. Perhaps I would be happy to look at this for you. Just need a bit of space.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, why don't the rest of us step outside for a moment? Such a lovely evening.
Lauren, in my search earlier, was there any other way out of this room, or like immediately outside of this room?
Just the window. Right, the room kind of goes down and there's a window kind of at eye level.
Okay. Yeah, if the group is heading out.
Yeah, who's headed out?
I absolutely will leave. Like,
Yeah.
the weird situation. I have no context.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if our demon friend won't leave, doesn't like turn to leave initially, I'll She still hasn't said her name, has she?
I think she probably would have while she was
Okay. What is it again? Is it
Neris.
Neris? Yeah. So yeah, I think if she doesn't immediately turn when I say that, I'll say, Neris, why don't you join us? It would be lovely to catch up, I think.
Make some kind of check.
Okay. Sorry, I had my spells up, so I've got to go back to my skills. I don't know why they were just.
I don't
there.
know why you'd have your spells up.
Yeah. I mean, the best I've got here is charm, but that doesn't feel. Oh, it might be. Yeah, let's play with it and see what happens.
First roll. We're back. We're back to this. She kind of leaves Irene, like turns away from her, and yeah. What did you? You were just kind of like, we should go.
Yes. Yeah. So that Irene can be alone with Van Hoyland to translate the hieroglyphs.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, she kind of rolls her eyes, blows some of her bangs out of her face, and will walk with the rest of you out. Zeb, are you staying or are you going?
Oh, if Irene's staying, Zeb is staying.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So outside, we've got Ganymede, Ava, and Neris. Inside, we've got Van Hoyvlen, Irene, and Zeb. It takes Van Hoyvlen kind of a bit to focus. There's like a bowl of probably not very fresh water that he kind of splashes onto his face, as he kind of looks at the journal you have in the hieroglyphs, takes out his little glasses. Let's go outside. I think actually Neris ends up leading the way, kind of like, like cracking her neck and like sighing a bit as you get outside. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I'll just be like, so how do you know each other?
Ganny and I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, they didn't tell you.
Tell me what?
Well, I'm a friend of Charles's.
Oh, okay.
I was there when your father died.
Yeah, the look on her face is just like, she's like frozen, and then she just kind of looks at Ganymede like confused, like really confused, because to her knowledge, the only other person that was there was the sniper. So she's like, wait, what is happening right now?
By friend of Charles, she means that she possessed him for a period of time and apparently no longer does. The person that we're talking to is not this poor young woman, but rather a spirit of some kind that we encountered in Shanghai.
Processing.
But how she came to be... Oh, no, never mind. I understand what she meant by saying she was there because she was still in Charlie at the time.
Yeah.
She was.
So she saw everything that Charles saw. And I'm turning away from Ava and toward her now, and I say, and is not known for her social graces, apparently.
Would it change your opinion if I told you that Zeb and I have really connected? I'm as I always was, really a friend.
Ganymede's eyes narrow, I think. And she says, she still has that very British, very prim smile on her face, though, and she says, I'm going to need you to explain that in more detail. And you should know that if any harm comes to him, then I will follow you through the darkness between the stars to see you ended.
She fans herself a little bit. So she then is going to tell you the same things she told Zebulon regarding Van Hoyvlen stealing the scrolls from a temple, the priestess Neris going to get them back, and him drunkenly shoving her, resulting in her like head getting hit on the table, like bleeding out, heading back to the temple, and Wu like being there for her. The deal that Zeb has entered into, that she's going to recount all of this to you while we go inside. Let's see. Van Hoyvlen. How long is this gonna take you, and how accurate is it gonna be? Let's find out. Not too bad, not too bad. Regular success for him. So, and of course you copied it down accurately, so.
I sure did.
This one, and you remembered this was the one that was like on the chest, says, the Queen's belt? Not belt, girdle.
All right. Interesting.
And then goes to some that were along the walls. This amounts to giving our lives. We will give our lives to guard this item of power to prevent the evil's ascension, resurrection, some kind of rising. This one refers to a sword of some kind, held by a guardian sworn to fight the evil, the same evil, until the end of their life.
Very interesting.
Yes. The young woman who was in here, how are you acquainted? He looks at Zeb.
Zeb's gonna look at Irene. Irene, are you done with that?
I think so. Thank you so much, Professor.
Zeb's gonna walk up to the professor. He's gonna grab him by the shirt and he's gonna slam him against the wall.
Christ!
Yep.
All right, you drunk son of a bitch. I've held it in this long. That woman outside, Irene, you may have been able to guess, but our old friend Wu is inside her. And this man here, this man who can't control his drink, is the one who killed her. For his own gain.
No, she got up. She wasn't dead. She got up, she left.
Irene, if you can move his bed, underneath there is a patch of dirt in which the things he took are buried. If you could retrieve those for us, please.
Irene was I think had involuntarily taken a couple steps back when all of this happened.
Sure.
But will very slowly begin to kneel down to that patch of dirt that she first observed earlier that afternoon. And we'll start brushing. I assume a lot of it's already been dug up because of Zeb's investigating it, so it's mostly just putting the loose dirt to grab what's in there.
Yeah.
We're taking these scrolls so that they can go back to their rightful place. And we're never going to see you again. Because I swear to God, if I do, I might just kill you.
Okay, I want an intimidate check. You can have a bonus die.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because intimidate is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
What is your intimidate score?
Oh yeah.
25.
Okay, yours is mine's 22. So
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Okay.
Good thinking.
I will, if this does not go well, I will, if the bonus die doesn't go well, I will be losing 3 rolls. Come on. Oh my god! What? Let's go!
Hey, very nice. Very nice.
Let's go! Dice felt the passion.
Yeah, they felt it. Amazing. Yeah, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't like even struggle against you. He kind of starts blubbering a bit, nods. You get the sense that he has taken in your words.
That girl's blood is on your hands. And now, I'm giving you an opportunity to work on start to clean them off. Stop drinking. Be a better person. And Zeb's just gonna drop him.
Mm-hmm.
And begin walking away.
Yeah.
Irene had taken the scrolls and tucked them in her bag, and she said, "I'm so sorry."
Are you apologizing to him?
She just witnessed this entire thing. She's had no idea what's happening. Politeness is kicking in as just default, as she just very quickly gets up and follows Zeb.
Okay. So, yeah, you head outside to the front where Ganny and Ava are with Neris. And she's kind of finishing up. And so Zeb was going to help me, and then I was going to help you kind of find where Charles's body is.
his body.
Sorry, I kind of think of, yes, where he is.
And as Zeb and Irene are coming out and she's finishing up, I kind of see them over her shoulder, I think. And I say, so we have an understanding then.
Yes, yeah, of course. As long as dear Zeb holds up his end of the bargain, and she turns over her shoulder as the two of you join the rest of the party.
Don't have to worry about that. As I said, we'll get you half the scrolls to begin with, and then half the scrolls when you get us to where you last saw Charles.
All right, well, now seems a good time for the first half.
Does Zeb get the feeling that she definitely knows that they were in that room and that Zeb has taken them now?
You clocked her looking at your nails earlier in the dirt under them. You don't know. You don't know what she knows.
Can I check?
Yeah, psychology.
Psychology?
Psychology.
Nice, psychology here.
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's pretty good. It's very, like, you almost kind of instinctive, like, you get that thing in your chest, like, oh, fuck, she knows. But just from your interaction with her earlier, it does seem to be a bit of a bluff. She's like trying to get you to indicate something. Maybe it's even like a kind of look on her face that you've seen on Charlie's.
Okay, no, Zeb's gotta move here. Zeb is going to go over to the bag to Irene. Do you mind, Irene?
Sure. Go
Zeb's
ahead.
going to grab half the scrolls. Because Zeb's already got photos of them, so
Yeah.
at this point. So he's going to hand half the scrolls, say, we're gonna put the other ones someplace safe. And as I said, I promise on my own soul that we'll get them to you. But don't try to fuck with us. Because if we've gotten a whole lot better at things since the last time we saw you.
You certainly have.
As I said, deal's a deal. And we'll get you your half, you get us to Charles.
She just kind of lets her eyes shift over to Irene and the bag. I do, before we head out, I do suggest, you visit dear old, what was the biddy's name? Woman Charles knew, Agatha. I haven't been in contact with dear Charles since I left him, and it's possible he may have been moved. She may know where. She was quite persistent. And then I can be more useful the closer we get. I will sense him.
Just do what you can, and we'll do what we can.
All right, well, when you're ready for me, just find a cat. Tell them you're ready to go.
Will do.
Good night, Zebulon. Miss Cowles, Miss Graves, Irene. She walks off, she slinks off.
As she turns to go, Ganymede says, will she live? This one that you're possessing. When you've left her, will she live?
She pauses for a moment and then keeps walking. And you are alone. Mahmoud shows back up. He's been hiding. I think he kind of like all of it, you're all looking at her go, and then you hear a voice from like behind you. That was weird.
Oh. Yes. Good evening, Mahmoud.
Hello.
Hi. I think that we should probably retire for the night.
We need to find a place to stay at this point. I don't know how long Nigel wants to keep putting us up for, which I don't think was very long, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to go find
We can ask
some place
Mahmoud
to
if he knows
stay.
like a low-key kind of place to stay. Like somewhere that's not the, what was it, Shepherds?
Yeah.
Shepherds.
Mahmoud's like, I can probably do that. And we'll begin walking. I'm gonna take that back. I don't think he said anything. I don't think he said
Oh, that'd
anything.
be
All of a
weird.
sudden you just hear a crunch of like an apple from like in the middle of your group, and That's what he did. Okay. Yeah, Mahmood can find a place. It might. I'm sure he has some places in mind.
I mean, we probably were talking about it earlier today.
Mhm.
I'm sure at some point we were like, we need to find a place to stay. We weren't suddenly just like, oh no, where to sleep?
Yeah. He'll take you
Or
to kind of a rundown looking hotel in the old city called the Hotel du Sud. The woman who kind of greets you all and seems to know him speaks with a French accent. And you can, pretty much all kind of crowd into like a room or two. It's certainly, it's like on the edge of the old city. It's pretty run down. But he
Wants
seems
see
to
if
think
there's
it's
any
safe.
cats immediately around us.
Oh. As you've been walking, Zeb, yeah, you make a spot hidden.
All right, come on. Let's go. Oh my god.
What's happened?
What's
happened?
this?
The polarity. It's been reversed.
It's been reversed.
Yeah.
Cat better not have an extreme.
You notice as you've been walking, more and more cats are following you. Like someone who wasn't on the lookout, it's like, there are just a lot of cats in the street. They're not following us. You know they are. And there are many, like an uncomfortable amount. They don't get too close. They seem to just be following you from a distance.
That will just. Zeb will look at one and wink. Zeb's in a mood tonight.
I was gonna say, who took our sweet boy and ow.
But yeah, and then I mean he won't say anything until we're in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Shut if there's blinds or whatever, just
Yeah.
shut the blinds.
And you're alone.
As the blinds are closed and we are alone, Ganymede comes up to Zeb. Zebulon, turn around, please.
Okay, Zeb turned. She's like, all right.
I assume she came up behind you, so
Yeah.
look into my eyes, please.
Zeb looks in your eyes.
I think she even kind of just not in a rough way, but just kind of puts a finger under your chin, like, she's not in there, is she?
This is totally Zeb. I have not been taken over by any. Of course, she's not in here.
She pats you on the cheek. I think she's like, "You're very funny,
Oh. I think, Zeb kind of just sits down, just all the energy goes out of him. He's just like, we should make sure we're keeping an eye out for any cats around, and keep an eye on what we're saying when they are around. We had quite a few following us. I think our friend is gonna keep a pretty close eye on us.
I'm sorry, so this spirit you said was possessing Charlie and is now possessing some other woman that we happened to run into in Egypt, even though you met them in Shanghai, and they have control over all cats.
Yeah, I'm not really sure which part of the cat part gives them control over cats. I don't know if it's kind of just in their spirit nature, or if it's the fact that I believe that the temple was associated with the cat goddess, Bast, I think. And so I'm not really sure which part of that equation gives them control over cats, but yes, that is essentially. And they're here because we know that Charles came here through weird magic stuff. And I guess she jumped ship while here, so to speak.
And so you made a deal with her for the scrolls to take us to Charlie.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, look, I feel what you're putting down here, and I get it. But we need to find Charles.
But as she was talking to us, she literally told us that there's another person who could potentially find Charlie, Agatha.
Well, I mean, look.
So do we need to work with a human possessing spirit to do that?
I gave them my word, and I intend to keep that. And if
Why?
because
This is not a kind entity that we're working with here.
it's not about them.
So it's
me
about
keeping
you.
up.
You.
Certainly. And those scrolls need to go back to where they came from.
But what is stopping? What I don't under. The thing that is confusing me here is why we need to work with this spirit in order to do any of these other things. You could just put the scrolls back where they belong on your own without making some kind of contract.
I mean, I've already done half of it, and we didn't find out that Agatha could help us until I did the first half. We've been working with pretty limited information here, Ava, and I don't trust that creature as far as I can toss them. Although I could probably toss them pretty far if they were in their original form. But I gotta keep my word.
Is there something that I'm missing here?
Let's just
You've
keep
got to
our
keep your
avenues.
word, but you don't trust them. So why would they keep their word?
Again, it's about
You're extending a
own
lot of good
personal
faith to a
integrity.
person you don't trust.
I think if you ask the rest of the group, that good faith is kind of what I run on. And as much as this journey has kicked and punched and beaten down that good faith, if I don't hold on to that, who am I? Not someone I want to be.
You can act on good faith and still not make stupid decisions that potentially affect the other people that you're traveling with. You could have waited to give your word.
I don't think I was being given that choice. I've seen what they can do before, and as confident as I tried to come off there at the end, I don't know how it would have gone one-on-one with them.
Okay, so you didn't give your word in good faith. You were forced to give your word because otherwise something terrible might have happened. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it here.
Was it a factor? Yes. But at the end of the day, I still gave my word. And that's all there is to it. You know, I'm not some immensely complicated person. You know, I feel like I should be. We've seen shit on this, excuse my French, on this trip, and met terrible, terrible people. And somehow, I think out of a lot of the people we've met on this journey, Wu ain't the worst of them. I apologize. I sincerely do that I made this decision on my own, but it's one I made, and it's one I'm gonna stick to. And if that means me going on, well, I'm not gonna say that because that'd be unfair for me to say, but
Yeah, I think she just doesn't say anything. Just gonna go like sit down.
I do thank you for not immediately blasting them. You know what I mean?
Never hurts to be prepared.
No, it doesn't.
And those instincts have never let us down before, Zebulon. Yours, I mean.
I mean, they just kind of did. We did just get trapped in the basement underground.
No. That was my fault.
I mean, I think that was a little bit of all of our faults. We really should not trust basements ever.
No.
I mean, that's just, but, you know, what's done is done. And obviously, I take your concern very seriously. And I'm not going to be sitting there not thinking they might stab me in the back at some point. But, they had to claw me in the back. But,
Well,
I
they'll
trust
have
all of
to.
you to keep an eye on my back.
Yes, they'll have to get through me, at least. I think she side-eyes Ava just a little bit with that before they can do so. Now, as for tomorrow, what do we have left to do here in the city?
Well, we could always try to find the expedition. Well, where they last were, where Agatha is, or was. And find out where these scrolls were taken and where the mummy went missing. The place we were underground. I had the hieroglyphics translated a little bit. The item that was there at one time, it said something about the Queen's Girdle. It sounds about correct. And then mentioned about the sword, and how it'd be used by a guardian to defeat or fight against evil until the end of that guardian's life. Other items that say that whatever was in there is important. And it was taken. Something, the item of power that was there was to prevent the legendary evil's ascension, or resurrection. So, if we can get on the path of whoever took this, probably the best.
Yes. And presumably they would not have put so much effort into securing it if it were not, if they didn't believe that it was powerful in some way to stop them.
Whoever was down there, the guardians, they knew the power of this thing and were taken. So, to the point of for it to become a trap. And all the guardians there were, well, likely killed, considering we now possess one of their swords.
Yes, well, it would be nice to get our hands on that girdle.
Probably would be helpful.
Yeah.
If at least not in the hands of the people that currently have it. So there's that. And, well, following up on the deal is also a potential thing to do. I would be dishonest to say that I would be hesitant about seeing our friend again. She seems to have a dislike of me in particular.
One would presume jealousy to be the motive.
I don't see why. Either way, there's also, and I think at this point, Irene, I pulled out her notebook and is like kind of going through all of her leads. We should also see if Dr. Kafur has shown up again. We have much to talk about with him.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Concerned for him. Though he seemed...
Perhaps a visit with Mr. Nigel before we head out.
Yes.
So, I think the longer we stay here in the city proper, the more likely we are to draw attention to ourselves, considering we have now run across some friends at this time.
So perhaps one more day to wrap things up here in Cairo, and then we can head out to the Valley of the Kings. Well, you'll forgive me, but that anise-flavored liqueur that they kept feeding us has given me something of a headache. I'm going to retire, I think.
Yeah, of course. I think we've all had quite a bit of a day.
I think I will as well. Irene, if you don't mind holding on to those scrolls as Zeb reaches into Irene's bag and begins pulling out the scrolls. If you don't mind holding on to those scrolls. Zeb's looking around. Are there any cats trying to peek in?
You have, the windows, the curtains are drawn.
Yeah. So Zeb's gonna pull out. He's just saying it, if you don't mind holding on to those scrolls, and he's gonna pull out the scrolls and put them in his own bag.
Mm-hmm. Anyone can make a listen check.
Oh my god.
I'm so good at listening. Oh my god.
Yes.
These cats have me on edge more than
I'm
anything
so
else in this
good
game.
at
I know they're
listening.
very effective. I
Okay.
love them.
Because cats can be anywhere.
They can be anywhere.
Oh my god. And I'm so good at, and I get a bonus dice. Oh my god. So crazy.
Beautiful.
And so 35. Still good.
Yeah. It's at least a hard. Yeah, that's a hard for you.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
what is this?
What have you done with Tommy? You pod
I don't know.
person.
This is actually Woo.
Tommy went into the woods.
And he came, what came back? Okay, so Ava, you definitely hear like creaking moving about in like the hallway. It's so slight. You think, I mean, that could be a cat. Zeb, I'm gonna have you like maybe you're standing by the window, right? And I don't know. There's a sound that you can kind of hear super faintly, like this deep kind of rumbling, like a contented purr, but like of a big cat.
That's not concerning at all. But at least it sounds content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See? So you can all go to sleep if you want.
Zeb's gonna
So
check on
sleepy.
Ganymede before he goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Does Ganymede go straight to sleep then?
No, she's. I mean,
not.
a moment before, but she's. I didn't even do a listen check. I think she's kind of super tired and a little
Yeah.
bit off kilter by the drinking and all of that. So
You doing all right, Ganny?
oh, yes, fine. It's strange drink is all. So.
Alright, well. Let me know if any of that changes, though.
Of course. You know, I trust you, don't you?
I know. I trust all you. It's good to have people around, though, that maybe are a bit more level-headed than us at this point.
Yes, of course, you're right. It's scientific method, skepticism always leads to better decisions.
Yeah. You really need... You asked me to keep you sort of grounded. I wonder how grounded I still am. I think I'm decently grounded, but after what we've seen, I mean, who can say?
I think she just she stops what she's doing and steps close to you, and she says, Zebulon, you must know that you are and have always been, and I suspect always will be, the most grounded person I know. I think she hugs you, if Zeb will allow that.
Yeah, of course, that will allow that, yeah. That's good to hear. I'd say the same about you, but we both know that was never true.
No, and probably less now than ever, but I'm all right. I feel more in control of it than I did before. I know what it asks of me. And I know I get to choose whether I pay that price or not. As you may have seen at the train station, Zebulon, I have a great deal to live for. I intend to come through this thing in ship shape and in Bristol fashion and able to enjoy a happy, quiet, well, perhaps not quiet, but a happy life with the people that I care about.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah. If you ever need an anchor, I'll always be one.
She legitimately giggles a little bit, and it's a giggle that you haven't heard in a long time, but it takes you back to the times that you spent together in Patagonia and Peru, and she says, ridiculous boy, don't you know that you already are my anchor?
Well, let's get some shut-eye. See if you can't
Yes.
turn off a little bit of that drink.
Pleasant dreams, Zebulon.
Pleasant dreams. Zeb is 100% sleeping with his backpack under his pillow.
Sure.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, but
Ganymede,
Yes.
are you reading your book?
I mean, now that you asked, yes, I probably am. A
Okay.
little, just a little, before
Okay.
nodding off to sleep.
Okay, as you do, you come across a spell. You are good at. Aw, they used to make my Betty. As you are kind of thumbing through and kind of drowsily succumbing to sleep, you see a spell, and you can recognize them now from the tomes you've read. The name of this spell is Resurrection. I fall asleep, so sleepy. Who could that help? I don't know. The next day, Thursday, September 10th, 1925. 8 days before the new moon for those curious. What do you want to do? You tell me what you want to do, because most of the things on your list are going to take some time. So discuss and then tell me, because then it will take that amount of time to do. You could also split up, and then you can get more stuff done.
We
in a
love
quicker
splitting
time.
up.
We love splitting up here.
We do more, spread out, get really far apart from each other,
Yeah.
so that no one can hear you scream.
Exactly.
Do we want to follow up with Warren Bassart? Or do we want to leave it?
It's probably not at the top of my priority list.
Because I think everything else is outside city. No?
Nori is nearby. The Clive expedition is at Memphis. I think they were at Giza previously. Kafur may still be in town. And you know he works at the Egyptian Museum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that we definitely want to run by Nigel's place.
Right.
Okay, so maybe do that first.
Yeah, probably meet up with Nigel first and, give an update, I guess. If everyone's good with that. Zeb would also like to see if he can borrow their dark room.
Oh, sure.
And then
Yeah.
and
good
then we do Nafor and then Nuri and head out to Awasta. Is that where she is?
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
call. Yeah,
so
same here.
check in with Nigel.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Try and find Dr. Kafur.
Mm-hmm.
Skipping Warren Bassart. And then going to Nuri. And then potentially following up with the Clive expedition, either where they are now, where Agatha is, or where they were.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So Mahmoud will lead you back to the Cairo Bulletin, taking a more roundabout way.
I'm guessing there are cats.
Yes. Actually, you know what's funny? You actually have to make a sanity check, Zebulon,
Oh, God.
if you can believe it.
Oh, I can't.
You can.
So
I
weird.
you-
Why would he need to do that though? There's like no reason that he would
Okay.
want to or
Yeah.
need to.
You're holding it together fine, but you can't stop noticing them at this point.
This is my curse now.
Yep, it is a curse.
I will always notice cats when they're around.
Okay.
But in a paranoid way, not in a cat kind of way.
Great. So you head back to the bulletin, and of course Mahmoud takes you up the back, because it is. You got the sense from Nigel, like, you need to stop leading everyone there. You haven't done it like outright so far, and anybody who's seen Nigel is dead actually. So you assume. But he does sneak you up the back. I actually want a group stealth check.
Ooh la la.
Mm,
Okay.
Good.
Remember, luck is a free resource.
Okay. We've got a hard and 2 fails so far.
Come on.
Oh, you re-rolled, Allie? Okay.
Yes, I re-rolled. Sorry.
2 hards and a fail. And a fail. 2 hards and 2 fails. No critical fails. Okay. I think that balances out pretty nicely because they were 2 hards. And you've got Mahmoud. You don't know if you succeeded
Mahmoud, my
though.
man.
Yeah, Mahmoud, my man. I think at one point you do get the sense that someone's following you, and actually it's gonna be Mahmoud who, like, I don't know, pushes over like a fruit cart or something that kind of like, causes a bit of a commotion to distract whoever is following you. I don't know why I imagine just apples everywhere, which of course he takes causes a big commotion, allowing you to make distance and get into the bulletin without being seen. But like you're all aware that you're being followed at this point. So nice. And then Mahmoud heads off another way to take that off. But you know, I mean, you know where to go at this point.
Zeb has once again this day generously tipped him.
Yes, very good, very good. And you can head to Nigel's office. He actually looks a little like he hasn't shaved this morning. Well, you're back.
Yes, thought perhaps we might check in before heading out of the city.
Where's the boy? Where's Mahmoud?
Laying down some tracks. His idea, actually. Where did you? I mean, I don't know where you found him, but you hang on to that man, that young man, because he is worth his weight in gold.
Yes, he is. Now, what can I assist you with?
Well, I think Ganymede's a bit. She's a bit set back by his obvious impatience. Well, we don't need any assistance, Nigel.
Oh, there's no cultists that you've trapped on roofs that I have to deal with.
No.
Not today, anyway.
We do thank you for that, and when all is said and done for it, we'll take you out for a really nice dinner.
I'll pick the restaurant.
Zeb colds honestly. No. I think we just kind of wanted to update you. We're getting ready to head out here soon. One thing, be careful what you say around any cats.
What?
We've got an acquaintance.
You know,
that...
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Just yeah, you don't need to, just be careful what you say around cats, that's it. I think we were wondering if you had heard anything, if Dr. Goodfor had shown up anywhere.
I am unsure. You would have to check at the museum, most likely.
I think we probably, to a certain degree, fill him in on what happened the previous day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, at the mosque.
Yeah. No, did he know about the mosque?
Oh yeah, when Ava went to him.
Yeah.
Like she told them
the
about.
mosque was 2 days ago, right? Or two nights ago, right?
No, that was still yesterday.
That's still yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a long day.
It was a long ass day.
It was a long day.
Yeah, because I came to get you that evening, and then we went straight to. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We did. I don't think we slept. I don't think we
had to
did.
have showered at the very least, though, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we
no, you went
changed.
back. I think maybe you did go back to Nigel's actually and slept.
I think that was 2 nights ago.
That's how we got from Tuesday to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because it took like the whole day to find Van Hoyvlen. Yes.
Yeah. So that was 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
So we updated him on everything since then.
Okay, about Van Hoyvlen. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then and I was wondering if I could borrow your dark room for a few moments. I have a few photos that I'd like to get developed.
Certainly. Not running a newspaper or anything.
Okay. I'm willing to pay for the use of it.
I don't want your money. I don't need your money. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, in terms that I think you can agree to, I'll make sure that you get doubles of the things we see on this for any stories you might want to run.
All right. I suppose that's acceptable. You said you were heading out soon. Where are you heading?
Yes, well, we're planning to pay a visit to the Clive expedition in their new location.
Oh, how are you getting there? Do you have transportation? You can get the tram out to all the way out to Giza, but if you're going to Memphis, you'll need a car.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I was hoping, we could, have Mahmood help us out, find a place we can rent one from.
That's the kind of thing you need my help with, dear boy. So I will actually be needing your money.
It's like I'm gonna have to go back to the banks. probably Zeb will want to head to the bank before we leave, essentially, and to even request any more funds before we head out. Benefits of not having touched this until now. Zeb will look around and like, all right, I mean, what's a reasonable rate for this?
I will arrange it. And he begins to make calls. Okay, Zeb, you're developing your photos. What are the rest of you doing?
Just vibing, I guess.
Vibing?
Vibing. Would the museum have a phone?
Yeah.
Because we could just call and see if he's there before we go.
Good idea.
You could.
Bring, 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 bring. Hi, who's working today?
Who would like to call?
I could call and speak French.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call. The woman who answers, what do you say? What are you inquiring about?
Oh, I just asked to be connected to him, I think.
Who may I say is calling?
Oh, shoot. What do I say? I give the name of my French teacher from somebody on the Daring who was French and who taught me to speak French.
Okay. I'm afraid Dr. Kufour is not in today.
And when do you expect him to return?
I'm not sure.
Very well, thank you. So I think that I think she's screening his calls. Had I given a different name, I wonder if I might have gotten through.
What other accents can you do, Game?
Well, yeah, I hang
God,
up.
nah.
I hang up. I roll my eyes. And I pick the phone back up and call back.
Okay.
Definitely
Yeah.
don't look suspicious at all.
And
Who may I say is calling?
um fuck. I No, I just hang up. Fuck. I just hang up. All right.
There, and his secretary or someone is screening calls for him, and she lets him know what happened. He's gonna be spooked.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Are you sure?
I'll call back.
Will.
Be my guest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll call. English.
I know nobody is answering. Like, this is the Egyptian Museum.
Yeah.
But yes, you can be. When you ask to be connected to Dr. Kafur, who may I say is calling?
Ava Cowles.
Ah, Miss Cowles, are you planning on coming in today for your reservation?
Yes, actually, what time was that again?
Any time before closing at sunset. In fact, right before closing at sunset, I believe was what you had scheduled with Dr. Kafur.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll be there. We'll be there then. See you. She'll just hang up. She wrote it down.
Listen, Ganymede's been at this a long time. It makes perfect sense that she was too paranoid.
Yeah.
It could still be a trap.
It could still be a trap, but it's funny. It's funny if it's not a trap, but it's just like, here's the list of people who I'm gonna meet with. And Ava will relay that to the group and just say, we have a reservation just before closing at sunset. I mean, you heard her end of the conversation.
Yeah. Good.
Pip.
That pops back in, I imagine, at this point, right? Like dark. I don't know how long dark rooms would have taken back then, but like if you're doing a quick job, it's what?
They don't take that long.
15-20 minutes.
Yeah. Irene, are you doing anything in particular?
Don't think so. I think she's just hanging out, keeping Nigel company, just being polite.
I'm sure he loves the company.
I'm just frustrated that all of our saving the world is becoming an inconvenience for him. I think I'm avoiding him at this point.
I'm sure there were several times during while we're waiting for all this to happen that it's like, I'm so sorry. Thank you again for helping out. She's being the polite normal person right now.
Sure.
The question is, are they using Nigel's phone, or is there a phone in the office that they're using?
Absolutely Nigel's phone.
It's really funny if they just keep hanging up and picking back up his phone.
I like the picture of Irene and Ava and Nigel all sitting watching Ganymede pick up and hang up the phone and try again, and
Nigel is doing his best to not be in this room with you.
He does have a job.
Yes.
That we're inconveniencing. But yeah, Zeb's done. So
Okay.
that was. I'm assuming Elwas is not a place we can we go and be back before sunset?
That's a good question. No.
No. Cool. So.
I think it kind of goes like,
Oh, yeah,
you know, if you look on the map, you can kind of see,
Yeah, that's a
like this one. It's like you
Yeah.
take the tram to Giza, and you can drive down to Memphis, and like, because she is pretty far. Let me see.
like.
She's a little bit away.
Yeah, so we'll probably just chill.
I'll go to the
For the
bank
day.
and get more money, or get the
Yes,
transfer on the way.
yes, you can kind of prepare, like, what you'll need to go.
I mean, yeah, we can work with Mahmood to make sure that, like, to take some stuff off of Nigel's plate
Uh-huh.
to help
Probably
coordinate.
Get some supplies, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
to get
I mean,
get our
he
stuff in
hasn't
order.
shown back up yet.
Mahmood hasn't.
Oh no!
Where did he
Don't
go?
you dare! Don't you dare touch our boy!
Where did he go again?
He was leading
Yeah, I heard
off
him.
the people following you.
I'm sure it's fine.
Don't you dare hurt our boy. You've hurt one of them already.
Who?
You hurt some. Oh,
Mr. Lee!
Mr. Lee!
Dead! You killed him.
He is
You
dead.
killed him.
Ooh, I've never hurt anyone.
Or we did. That's another way of looking at it, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes,
Allie.
we did no such thing.
Thank
we
you,
did no such thing.
Allie.
We
You
did not
no
do
such
that.
thing.
We did no such thing. We
Um,
tried. We tried for that man.
It's not hard to get to the bank on your own. It's like
Yeah.
where the bulletin is in the very kind of, you know, where like Europeans have taken over in the city. So there are signs in English.
Yeah. I do imagine that, you know, we go to the bank and then, you know, we try and we're like, we should get some supplies, and we start looking around. It's like, man, I miss Mom.
And part of this, I think, as the day goes on, like Nigel is, anytime one of you mentions Mahmood, he gets like upset because obviously he hasn't seen him either.
Do we do a little case? Do we do a little casing of the neighborhood? See if anyone's seen him.
Yeah, poke your head out.
That would kind of undo everything that Mahmood had
What are
been
you talking
trying
about,
to
Summer?
do,
Summer,
though.
no. Summer.
Listen, if he's dead, do we want him to have died in vain? By us just being like, anybody seen Mahmood? You know, like what the heck? He was leading them away from us. We can't just go out and like
Guess maybe.
put our noses in that. Unless you want to throw on a disguise, Seb.
Time to bring out
Fitzpatrick. Gerald Fitzpatrick.
Gerald Fitzpatrick. I don't know if I can use him yet. I don't remember. Oh wait, no. I don't think I've used Gerald here, have I?
No.
No. Okay. Time to be Gerald Fitz. No, I think he'll wait.
Gerald's
until...
a chameleon.
Yeah, no, I think
He can fit in anywhere.
He doesn't quite have the same mustache though anymore.
Actually, if you are going out to the bank, I do need either a stealth roll or a disguise check.
You're going alone. We're not going with you.
Yeah, let's do. Man, my disguise ain't great, so maybe a stealth check.
Maybe a stealth check.
Maybe a stealth
Ooh.
check.
Oh, that's your old one.
Yeah, that's my old one. All right, come on.
What's your okay.
Oh, 42.
You roll.
Yeah, I'm willing to burn every roll here.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey, nice.
There we go.
Make sure you mark that up.
Yep.
All right, you managed to make it there and back, and you all kind of know what to look for now. Like you know the kind of people following you and their tactics. You're able to make it there and back without any issue that you can.
That I'm aware of. Yeah. I do think that, Zeb would sort of be amenable to the argument. It's like, maybe we should wait until after we meet with Dr. Kafour when it's a little darker to maybe be more concerned about Mahmood. Unless anyone else wants to do anything.
Probably not. Probably wait.
Yeah.
But do note, Zeb is concerned.
Yes.
Your concern has been noted.
Thank you.
Okay. So, are you all planning on going to the museum?
Hell yeah.
Zeb
We
gets
have
into his
reservations.
Gerald Fitzpatrick disguise.
Okay. Perfect.
Just brushes out the mustache a little bit to try and make it look bushier.
Yeah. Please make a disguise check.
Oh, that's not gonna be great.
See how good it is.
I got a 5 in disguise. Man, I should have leveled that up back when I was actually using disguise stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not
Wow.
great.
Nice. Okay.
You
The
look like
mustache
Zebulon
really
with
is
a
what-
brush mustache.
Yeah, the mustache is what really made it, and now he no longer has the brush mustache, so
Yeah.
it just doesn't look as good.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I need another group stealth check. You do not have Mahmood with you.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna do
Does
1
any-
point of luck. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That's upsetting.
Does anybody have below 53?
Let me look at my stealth. Yeah, I do. I've got 40.
We can use Life Preserver, and you can roll against my 53.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I have anything else with 53 for funsies.
If not, I'll just roll it for you. This first one's for Ganymede. Ugh,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll mine.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay. Roll mine.
Okay.
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 We've got a success, a fail, because Irene used a point of luck, right?
Yeah.
Success, fail. So it comes down to Zeb.
Says that.
You better get it. You better get it.
Nope.
Reroll. Or how many points of luck is that? 8?
14 points of luck.
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
I'll use a reroll.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Might as
encouragement
well.
to the to the chat. We need the vitamins.
Help, 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 help.
You're fine.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Worse.
So
But what if you use the luck? Wouldn't that be so crazy?
14.
It's
Uh,
free.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not
free.
gonna use that right now.
That's a
All
lot.
right. So we've got a little bit of a stalemate.
What if I used however 5 points of luck to make it hard?
So we'd have a regular, 2
A
fails
hard.
and a hard.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you use the luck to make it a hard.
I will.
Okay. Nice. Which would have been definitely. Okay. Nice.
I have plenty of luck.
Nice.
Whee!
Very good. Okay. I think there's a point as you're going again, you kind of know who these people are, and they don't seem to be like outright attacking, but they are able to pick you up a little bit after you leave the bulletin, right? And you're heading kind of west in the city. The Egyptian Museum is right on the Nile. But you are able to with keeping your way and managing to kind of get ahead of them. Again, no one is like directly approaching you, and they don't seem to be in the same numbers. It's not like groups. It seems to be like different individuals. But you are able to get to the museum and enter, you assume, without being seen, like actually going inside. The young woman, you recognize her voice, and when you check in, kind of, head up, it's like everything's closing down, but when you give your names, she escorts you kind of back into the vault. The museum right now is like the staggering storehouse of Egyptian antiquities. And like I said, right on the Nile. The building's large ochre dome is a prominent landmark in the city. It was a former palace, and now it just houses an ever-growing collection. The core, Ganymede, you would know this, the core of the Egyptian Museum's occult collection rests within several adjacent underground vaults of thick steel to guard against damage from the nearby Nile. And that is where you're all being escorted, whether or not you expect that. Like, you go past, I think even past the offices, like you see Dr. Kafour's name and the lights are off. And you are led down into these underground vaults.
Underground again, huh?
Yep.
I know.
Zeb like leans over to Ganymede's like, do you have any way to check to make sure that it is actually Dr. Kafour that we're meeting? Like, do we need, like, with the whole face thing, if I touch his face, I'm gonna be able to tell it's not Dr. Kafour?
I think that's the best we can do.
Maybe ask him a question that only he would know as well. I don't know if you can think of one. I don't know him that well.
Yes, right. I'll think about it.
So, the vault that she leads you to, she enters a combination that she's too fast doing it, none of you can see it, and opens it up. And you don't see anyone inside, but there's like a desk, and there's tons of scrolls and things in here. There's a desk with a handwritten note on it. And she's just kind of standing there.
I go look at note.
Okay, make a power check.
Oh,
Zeb stays outside.
Showa, I'd love to. Okay.
Oh, God. So as you go to walk in, you haven't felt what it's like to, like, push through one of Ganymede's barriers. And it's not really like that anyway, but there's something where you, like, go to step in and you just can't make yourself. And the woman, this very smartly dressed Egyptian woman, yes, it has that effect on people.
I'm sorry, what does?
That's a question for Dr. Kafour. Just try again.
She'll try again.
Yeah.
She'll turn around and try again.
Make another power check.
Okay. Extreme
Ooh.
Success.
There it
Okay,
is.
this time, you just glide on through, like, no hesitation, anything like that. But it is, like, there's a point, right, where you have to, like, will yourself to step over the threshold.
Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of, I think she was, like, kind of holding her breath for a second, and then she steps through and she lets that breath out, and then she'll just walk over to wherever the note is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The note. It from Dr. Kafour. like you see his name at the bottom. But it's just like a list of things and where they are in this room.
Yeah, I think she'll pick it up. Is there anything notable on the list?
A lot of the things, I mean, obviously he's written some of, knowing most of you speak English.
Right.
Like there are references to like their catalog system,
Yeah.
you know? You see, and yeah, I think there would be some translation. So things refer to items of power, things referring to Nitocris, things referring to the Black Pharaoh. There's a ton.
And he's nowhere in here, right?
And she kind of looks at you. Do any of you speak Egyptian, Coptic, Arabic, Classical Greek, Latin, Aramaic, Hebrew? Can you read hieroglyphs and hieratic Egyptian of various dynasties and conventions?
I actually do have Arabic and Greek.
Oh.
So yeah, I would say that a little bit. Just a little Arabic, but
Well, that is fortunate. If you need assistance, there is a button, and she points at the wall, that will call me in. I do need to shut you in while you are examining the collection.
I'm sorry. Did you say shut us in?
Yes.
But why?
To preserve the collection. There's a whole procedure, and you can see like her, she does walk in. It's that same kind of like gritting her teeth and walking in, and goes over to the side, and is like pulling down like gloves and tools that you would need to examine these things.
it makes sense to Ava. I feel like maybe she hasn't been many places like this, but really, really old collections of things. It makes sense that they would have it locked off, especially in a museum.
Kienna, do you want to join Ava in there? And I'll make sure things are kosher out here, or vice versa, but I just think you'd be more useful than I would in there.
I hate this so much.
Annie's so paranoid. I'm putting on gloves.
It's also a tight enclosed space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not actually small, but it is enclosed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at the thickness of this vault door for a moment, I think. And
If I remember, does Ganymede worry about tight spaces, or
not a whole lot, but
Gotcha.
Allison does. Ganymede's okay, but like you keep saying, she's just so wary of getting trapped in these spaces. But she'll grit her teeth and step through.
Okay, make a power check.
Okay. I automatically get advantage on all power checks. I don't know if you recall that or not.
I do.
don't like these rolls you're making, Lauren. I don't.
Nice. Got an extreme there. Again, you also feel like you have to will yourself through.
Yeah. As I get across the threshold, I kind of Fascinating. All right. She reaches for the gloves and the handling tools.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this over with.
Simple look over to Irene. Do you want to join them?
I'm not sure what would be the best course of action here.
Anything copied down? Actually, Zeb should have given his camera to one of them as they went in.
You were not allowed to photograph.
Yeah, I don't think they would let me photograph. That's true.
Says I think they were like, no.
Yeah, no photographs.
No photos.
No
No
flash.
photos.
Flash.
Yeah, no flash. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I don't know if you want to go in there and note anything down or draw anything.
I mean, it might be worth it. I'm just concerned about having 3 of us in there and 1 of us out here.
There's a button. If we need anything, she can always open the door again. How about you can stay with Zeb, and if we find something that we want to have copied exactly, we'll let you know. We'll set them to the side, and you can exchange places with myself or Ganymede.
That sounds about reasonable.
All right then. When you close this door, is it all right if we stay out here, or do we need to like move to the next room, or? Apologies for the bit of paranoia here, but we have recently encountered being stuck in underground places that were not fun.
Oh. I think just you could take a seat, I suppose.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think out here you can find somewhere to kind of sit.
Yeah.
But she'll, with Irene and Zeb on the outside, Ganymede and Ava on the inside. Hanan is her name. I think she probably has. I don't think they actually had, name tags. But maybe when you came in, you saw on the. She begins to close the door. My name is Hanan. If you need anything. She like sighs and closes the vault door with a thud. And that's where we'll end this episode because we're over time. Okay. Good. Good.
I'm just so paranoid about underground places
I
now.
know.
You've done this to us.
I'm like, just walk inside. It's fine. It's just a vault where you could be trapped forever. Gosh. Okay, let's go around. Let's start with Tommy.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
That was great. That was a really good episode. Like, I loved it. I love being back and getting to play with y'all, and there wasn't a whole lot of action, but it felt very tense for a lot of that session, which was great. And I cannot wait to find out what's in this vault next week. I'm Tommy at Imperative Penguin Twinisphere. I do some tabletop RPG stuff and occasionally stream. I will be streaming on Monday. I'm not sure what yet, but follow me on Twitter. I'll usually announce an hour before I'm going live with when and where or what I'm doing. Yeah.
Great. Good. Excellent. Yes, Summer.
Hi, hello, it's me. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. You can find me here on Twitch at It's Just a Summer Job. I stream many days of the week. I'll probably be streaming here in a couple hours. You can find me here every Saturday. You can find me on Dylan's channel, Anarsis, every other Saturday evening. And you can find me back on Dylan's channel on Mondays, where we really play games, and we're trying to finish Elsinore. We're trying desperately to finish Elsinore. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also go check out our award-winning podcast, Missing Annie Lee. It's really good. It won awards. So
Great. Up to Allison.
That was a blast. Love it so much. Love, love, love. And thanks for all the cheers and the encouragement for those of you that are watching live, and those of you who catch us on YouTube. We see you. We read your comments. Like literally, Lauren and I read them around the house. They make us very happy. So thank you for that. Hi, I'm Allison. I will be right back here next Saturday to play Ganymede Graves again with these wonderful people, and I hope I will see you there.
Awesome. Kienna.
Woo! This is fun. We're doing things. We're discovering stuff. It's great. Yeah. You can find me over on Twitter at KiennaS. Best way to figure out I'm doing it when I'm not here on the channel. Mostly here though. I'm also over on Anaris every other Saturday for From Dust, where someone and I play very different characters. And it's a fun time. Definitely go check out Missing Annie Lee, an award-winning podcast, which is a cool thing to say. And if you like cyberpunk stuff, please go check out Archon over on Metal Wave Games, which is the cyberpunk setting book that I created with friend of the channel, Jason. That's still there. I'm going to plug it every time. But yeah, and over to you, Lauren.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren. I have been your keeper. I will be back next week to do whatever it is that must be done. I'm sure it's all fine and good. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff today. Thank you to all of you for watching and hanging out with us today. Thank you to our sponsors, Roll20, Dice Heavy, and Grinding Coffee Co. We'll be back next week. You can follow us on Twitter or YouTube, Salty Sweet Games, both places if you ever miss an episode or are unsure when we're going live, but we should be back next week. We are now going to be in the 80s. We're in the 80s number of episodes, which is very exciting. So yeah, catch us next week. We're going to go raid a friend, and we'll see you soon. Wait, bye everybody. Goodbye.